Hey guys, we're having a good time here. My name is Kayo. Welcome back to Honeycomb, and today we're gonna be opening up what a sneaker I thought I would never be able to get. This is a Jordan 1, and I'll read you the size tag. It says Jordan 1 Low G in the varsity red slash black and white colorway. That's right, these are Jordan 1 Chicago's. If you're not following on Instagram, do. I'm at Kayo Cosio on Instagram. Follow at Adjima and at Honeycomb Manila, which is our studio in Double Dragon Plaza. And without any further ado, I'd like to dive right in and open up this sneaker. As you can see, the box is a standard Jordan box, and there are a few different kinds of Jordan 1 Low, and we're going to be looking at a different one today. There's a sizing tag, size 9.5, which is my size. Flipping open the top, got the 23 paper. Chicago's. All right. So this is the Jordan 1 Low G Chicago. What is that G? We'll get into it in a moment. But first, there is another little paper in here, and this is actually the 1-year waterproof limited warranty. So these sneakers are actually waterproof and under warranty for a whole year. This is actually a golf sneaker. This is the Jordan 1 Low Chicago Golf, which is 7,595 pesos in the Philippines, where I live and where I picked it up. And it is fantastic. The materials on this sneaker are amazing. For that, usually Jordan 1 Lows are just below 5,000 pesos or just below $100, like $90, $99, something like that. And you can see one of our reviews in the past, you can see kind of what the quality of the leather on a Jordan 1 Low is. But for this particular sneaker, they increased the price, and as part of increasing the price, they also increased the quality of the leather. And you can see it on camera what good quality leather it is. Full grain, waterproof. I'm not sure how they made it waterproof, but on the limited warranty, it says that it is waterproof against water damage that doesn't come from sweat. So if the water comes from your foot, it doesn't count, or if it goes in the top. So if water goes in this way, it doesn't count towards the warranty. But for water going this way and this way, it's fine. Now, the Jordan 1 Chicago is kind of the OG, the Jordan colorway from when Michael Jordan was first a rookie and in the Chicago Bulls. This was the sneaker he was wearing. Red panels, red overlays. It's actually a white sneaker with red overlays and a black Nike swoosh. Let's talk a bit about which version of the Jordan 1 Low this is, because there are a number of versions of a Jordan 1 Low. There's kind of like the new Jordan 1 Low, and then there's the Jordan 1 Low, I believe they call it the OG. And the real main difference between those are one, kind of the shape of the swoosh. And this one has that nice classic swoosh. But more importantly would be the back tab. So in this sneaker, you have a debossed Jordan Wings logo on a tab that kind of comes down from the top. We've seen with other kind of more general release Jordan 1 Lows where they actually have an embroidered Wings logo here on the bottom tab, and you don't have the top tab. But as they came out in 1985 and through 86, this is how they were. So this is kind of the original cut in terms of the paneling of the Jordan 1. And this, to the best of my knowledge, is the first release of the Jordan 1 Low Golf. Now, for golf, you generally want a low-cut shoe. Even when they do a Jordan 5 for golf, it's also a low-cut shoe. And that's just kind of for the mechanics of how you swing and how you move your foot when you're playing golf. You kind of do want a lower-cut shoe. Now, let's talk about the other main differences that are made to make this a golf shoe. And then, of course, at the end, we're going to answer the question, even though it's a golf shoe, can you wear it day to day? And I think you'll be surprised by the answer. Also included in the sneaker are these white laces. So they come laced black. And then they come with bonus white laces if you want to change the laces and you want to have them white instead. I like the black. I feel like this is This is kind of the Chicago look, but you can swap out the laces. Now, changes. In terms of the branding, on the tongue, you have a Jumpman golf logo. So that's a new logo with the Jumpman, and it says the word golf underneath. Now, usually on an Air Jordan 1 Low, you would have a Nike Air, or on the Jordan 1 Low OG with this shaped back tab, you would have a Nike Air there. But because this is kind of even when I was a kid, I knew that Michael Jordan was super into golf, and I believe he actually came out with a black and red junior golf set from Wilson. And you can still pick those up. You can still find those on eBay and stuff. And I think I saw one on Facebook Marketplace recently. That logo also appears on the insole. Now, speaking of the insole is an Ortholite insole, but it kind of feels extra padded. You can see it says Ortholite, which usually these are comfortable up front. And they provide really good step-in comfort, but they bottom out relatively quickly. As with all Jordan 1s, this does have an encapsulated air unit in the heel. I heard some rumors that they were going to extend it a bit further than the normal Jordan 1, which just has it in the heel, so it would come a bit further into your forefoot, give a little bit more comfort. But honestly, I don't feel it in the sneaker. They feel very much like Jordan 1s, whether that be low or high, which means not super comfortable. So for my use, I actually might swap out this insole into something that is a bit more comfortable. And that's because when you're playing golf, you're actually on your feet for, 3-4 hours walking around the golf course. The golf logo on the tongue, which by the way is nylon. Very nice. Nylon is the classic Jordan 1 tongue. And I've said this a number of times if you follow the channel. That's the way I like my Jordan 1 tongues. Because they are OG, but also they feel really nice and flexy. And then finally, the main thing that makes this a golf shoe is the traction. So Jordan 1s all have a cup sole, meaning that this entire section is made of rubber that's shaped like a cup, and that carries everything that's inside of the shoe, and then it's stitched around the edge. Now, in standard Jordan 1 traction, it's actually really good traction using that concentric circle design, and that concentric circle design reappears here on the bottom of this sneaker. The difference is that in the middle, instead of saying Nike, it says golf with a swoosh. Strange. So you have Nike Golf. So this is almost like a collaboration between Jordan brand and Nike Golf, which is an entirely different branch of Nike Sports, of Nike Incorporated. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is like a little bit of topography. Is that the right way to say it? Basically, the traction has spikes. It has little teeth that stick out, but they aren't really that noticeable, right? And if you compare them to golf shoes throughout the years, throughout the decades actually, before we used to have metal spikes on the bottom of golf shoes, stop doing that because it ruined the grass. And since then, we've seen a number of different ways to create traction while playing golf. This is really important when you're on slippery grass or when it's on like an incline. So if you're hitting out of a section where your ball is on an incline and your feet are kind of like this or like that at an angle, you want to be sure that you're anchored and you're not going to slip down, especially when you're swinging a big, heavy piece of metal around, right? So that's what that traction is for, and it is for giving you traction on slippery, ground, grass surfaces. So we had the metal spikes, and then we got plastic spikes, and then now pretty much all or most golf sneakers use this kind of traction, which is a little bit less obtrusive, and honestly, you don't slip around when you're in the clubhouse. So if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you probably know that I'm getting back into golf. I spent the last half year getting back into golf, and I actually ran a project from June of last year till around this week, to be honest, where I've been trying to build my own golf set, and I've been thrifting a golf set. I started with 1,000 pesos, and I bought and traded and sold my way up to a set that I want to play with, and I finally finished that set, I think. And so I finished my challenge for 2020. I documented it all on video. If you guys want to watch that, I'm going to edit it and release it online, hopefully. Let me know if you want to do that. And so this year in 2022, my goal is to break 100, which is to get my golf score down to 100, which is a decent goal. And I decided it was a good point in time to get a sneaker like this to inspire me. And that's also why I expect that this is a shoe I'm going to be wearing a lot through 2022. Golf is a great sport to pick up, especially in a pandemic, where you're outdoors, everyone's socially distant. And recently I was also watching an interview between Michael Jordan and Steph Curry. And Steph was asking Michael, how come golf? Like, what's up with golf? They're both golfers. They're actually both really good golfers. And then Michael says something like, golf is the sport where you can always be better.
It's like playing in a mirror, and you're battling yourself consistently to try to get perfection.
Taking that mindset into the game, my goal for 2022 is to break 100, to play a little bit better golf, to be kind of have acceptable level skill in golf, and then hopefully get even better beyond that. But yeah, inspired by Michael Jordan, by the GOAT of basketball himself, and something that he said just last year. Now the question everyone's wondering is, how does this shoe fit? And how does it work not as a golf shoe? So as a golf shoe, I don't know. I haven't taken it to driving range yet. I can update you if you do want to know, so you can check the comments or the description. But on foot, they fit just like any other Jordan 1, which for me is true to size, means I am size 9.5 and I wear size 9.5 Jordans, whether they be low or high. Sometimes I can fit into a 9, but it's a little bit snug. But I do think that one of the slight differences that they made is that they feel a little bit wider. And that might just be a golf thing. You'll notice that a lot of golf shoes are a little bit wider. And I find that these are a little bit wider in the toe section versus your regular Jordan 1. Does that mean you should change sizes? No. I think that you should still get true to size in this sneaker. How they work walking around just as an everyday sneaker, they actually work pretty well. Now I want to show you the sneaker that I'm currently using to play golf in, and that is the Air Max 90. And if you look at the traction on the bottom of this sneaker, those lugs are about the same depth as on the Jordan 1 Low Golf, right? The depth is about the same. It's just that there are a lot more lugs on the Jordan 1. So there's a lot more, like many small steps. Now, I've been playing okay golf in these, in the Air Max 19. If you just wanted any shoe to play golf, classic retro Air Maxes are really good for that because of that BRS 100 hard rubber and because you can walk all day in them. So I actually will probably still continue to play quite a bit of golf in Air Max 90s. But you can see that the traction pattern or the spikes are very, very similar to what you see on the bottom of the Air Jordan 1 Low, just in terms of depth. And when you look at it from the side, you really can't tell how thick those spikes are. And I think to most people, this just looks like a Jordan 1 Low. This just looks like a Jordan 1 Low Chicago, especially if you're wearing pants and that Jumpman is covered up on the tongue. Totally get away with it. Now, that said, these are sold out. They're really difficult to get. If you want to buy them resale, I guess you could. But they are selling for double the price resale now. I think mostly that's because of the colorway, but also because these Jordan 1 Low Golfs are superior in terms of material, and you get that 1-year warranty, which is very unusual. I can't think of any other Jordan 1s that have a 1-year waterproof warranty on them. But I do actually advise you to wait. If you can't get the Chicago colorway, then there are other colorways that are coming out. They already came out with a shadow version. They're coming out with like a Dior colorway version. And because they already did the tooling for that outsole, meaning that they already have the molds to make these outsoles in the golf version, I think you can expect to see a lot more of this silhouette in other colorways. So what can you expect? I really don't know for sure, but you can probably expect a shattered backboard coming. You can expect a UNC version coming when you're talking about the Jordan 1 Low Golf, because they already have that mold. You're gonna see more of them, and I think they were smart to release the Chicago's first, it being the first one. But you'll probably also see a black and red, a bread, a band, maybe even like a kind of like a Union style colorway. And so with that, I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think of the Jordan 1 Low Golf? What do you think of them being waterproof? Have you picked up a pair? Are you going to pick up one of the coming pairs? What are the colorways that you'd like to see? I'd like to know in the comments below. Have you started playing golf as well? Do you live in the island of Luzon? Because I play in Manila and I play in La Union, which is my other home. Maybe you want to play. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Kayo Cosio on Instagram. Follow at Adjima Mag and follow at Honeycomb Manila, which is our studio in Double Dragon Plaza. All right, I wish you guys good luck. I wish you guys good health. And if you want to know more about Jordan 1s, we have a review here of the Ama Manier Jordan 1, one of my favorite sneakers of last year. Over here, we have the Jordan 1 Low. And down here, we're going to have the Tokyo Biohack. Subscribe, guys. Peace.